Cough, cough. Cough, cough. Yup. I can't read that far. Yeah. And now I'm over here stuck. How dare you say that? I'm stuck outside. My baby don't love me. She don't love me. My love. That's jacked up.
I'm all set.
My baby don't love me. She don't love me. She just don't love me. She don't really love me.
Enemy sighted. Forces engaged.
Make them regret coming out here. We'll monitor from here. Just lost Sector Charlie to the hostiles.
I knew we were dead. Oh, poor spot.
Sector Bravo is in our hands.
Ah, my earphones are loud.
Status report. Sector Alpha has been conquered by our forces. No patch took objectives fast. Now they have to hold them.
Oh, this game could suck my balls. 'Cause my baby don't love me. Ah, flip.
Sector Bravo has fallen to hostiles. Grenade!
Baby.
We have a man down!
I'm dead. Or not. Maybe we're not dead.
Secured
Tango
Sector Charlie.
neutralized. I'm reloading.
No! I had to flip reload this goddamn gun.
Friendly down.
I can't win. Flip sniper. I'm gonna push with SMGs. Actually, you know what? We'll do AR. Good enough. What's happened?
Staging attack on Bravo 1.
Who do I shoot, bro? I don't know who to shoot. It's cool, bro.
You're alive, but not safe.
Who do I shoot? You got 3 people on you. Who do you shoot first? They're all aiming directly at you. I just don't know who do I pull the trigger at. Flip. I can't play this game.
You just captured Sector Charlie.
Probably not to go. That works. Just the gameplay is flipping bright.
I need help.
Never mind. I had the most kills. No, I thought I had the most kills. I'm first place in our team, and I don't know. I don't feel like. We're winning.
Watching your progress.
Quick boost.
Sector Alpha secure.
Front is hit.
Are you crazy? Come over here reviving me in the middle of this place. Where they at?
Russian troops have entered one of our objectives.
They're doing their best to make this costly. Just lost an objective. They got Sector Alpha.
Med supplies! Use them!
You're losing this battle. Hold your territory.
That was nasty. I want to flip my right there.
We have secured Sector Alpha.
No, I know why I'm first.
The resources are
I know exactly why.
Enemy's down! I need to reload! One quick jab!
We got Sector Charlie.
Nice work.
Sector Bravo has been secured.
Reloading!
I mean, it would be nice if it would tell me it's ours, but you know, I guess. Some ammo.
Sector Alpha is under hostile control.
Got one!
Ah, I was screwed. Screwed myself. I didn't think there was two people in positions like that. It's cool. We won this by a mile.
Sector Alpha under control.
Don't have the most kills, but yeah, that guy didn't have a chance.
Our reserves are now down 50%. Sector Charlie is under enemy control.
Ah, flip.
Russians are low on troops and supplies.
I need the wounded! I can help!
I died rescuing my own troops. That says anything. That was enough of that. Watch YouTube before I go to bed.
The game is launched for everyone at this point, and it's putting up some pretty insane numbers. On the Xbox side, Starfield debuted at and has consistently held itself as the 5th most played game on Xbox overall. I could see some pushback on people saying, well, it didn't even get to the #1 spot, but frankly, some of these other games are just massive, and even 2 of them are free, and as of right now, Starfield exists as the #1 game on Game Pass overall. But far more impressive to me are the Steam numbers around Starfield, and really how few additional players jumped in with the full launch. Following its full release, Starfield crossed 250,000 players on Steam, and it broke that record a second time just a day later, to now hit an all-time high of 269,000 players on a Wednesday night when most people have work the next day. So I don't think Starfield has hit its all-time high for Steam just yet, and it's likely going to come this Saturday. And Phil Spencer confirms on Twitter that Starfield has exceeded 1 million concurrent players on all platforms for its launch day, making this just an absolutely giant game. And really the statistic, more so than anything else, that boggles my mind is how little Starfield's Steam player count increased with the release of the game. Starfield hit 248,000 players its last night in early access. We're only at 269,000 players now, an increase of just 20,000 players after the full game came out. This would indicate that the vast majority of people playing Starfield right now paid for early access to the game. People wanted to play this game so bad they spent $100 instead of just waiting 5 days and spending a typical $70. As of right now, at least for the PC player base, it genuinely seems like the vast majority of people are paying for early access, which quite dramatically increases the overall cost of the game and of course really increases the profit for Microsoft. And if you are somebody who just spent $100 on Starfield but are still left feeling like you need a little bit more of the game, the Starfield displays just dropped. A lot of fun designs are available right now, and you can even get free shipping, so use my affiliate code down below to get your own Starfield display today. But that aside, the other really interesting data point to come out is player reviews. As of right now, Starfield has over 20,000 reviews on Steam, with 83% of those reviews being positive, indicating that the overwhelming majority of Starfield players are just loving this game. That has been one of the truly interesting evolutions we've seen around Starfield's reception. Just a few days ago, we talked about how the top 3 posts on the Starfield subreddit were all outwardly negative towards the game, this being just a day after the early access began. That definitely not being the reception you want to see to your newly released game. And early on, the community reaction was truly divisive, with many people wondering how this game gets such good reviews. But as we've slowly started to see this tide change and more people just falling in love with Starfield, it really does seem to reflect what Bethesda and many reviewers said about the game. It doesn't start that strong. It's honestly a slow burn at first. The more time you put into Starfield, the better it becomes. So while many of you out there are seeing some of the glaring issues that the game presents, and a lot of these become obvious quite early on, over time you start to see the immense scale of the game and just how much great content it has within. And I bet we're seeing a pretty interesting phenomenon right now with Starfield in that this review score on Steam, being 83% positive, was likely greatly benefited by the 5-day early access window. During early access, you can't leave reviews on Steam because the game's technically not out yet. I wouldn't be shocked if people are able to review the game from day 1 of early access that this score would have been way lower. Although there definitely have been some topics that are a bit controversial, and Todd Howard even just touched on one of them. Todd Howard and Phil Spencer recently went on Bloomberg Technology, and this interview was truly fascinating as Bloomberg did not pull any punches here.
Big question for many. Why did you not optimize this game for PC?
We did. It's running great. It is a next-gen PC game. We really do push the technology, so you may need to upgrade your PC for this game, but it's got a lot of great stuff going on in it, and the fans are responding awesome.
So first off, I found the reactions here to just be hilarious. You can see Todd Howard almost taken aback by the question initially, with Phil Spencer immediately laughing. But Todd Howard's response of basically buy better hardware, it's a next-gen game, hasn't been going over too well, with many comparing it to the don't you guys have phones response we got a few years ago. And yeah, that is one of the unfortunate realities with Starfield right now. The PC performance is just disappointing. It's not outright terrible. The game does largely work. You can play it. There haven't been a ton of stutter issues or anything like that, which we have definitely seen for other games, but rather it feels like for a lot of players that they should just be getting a bit more FPS in Starfield. Like being able to stay above 60 FPS at 4K with a 4090 and a top-tier CPU, some of the best hardware money can buy right now, is just not great. If you're buying the best of the best and still can't get 60 FPS all the time, then who can? Although thankfully, I have been playing Starfield personally at above 60 FPS at all times. Want to know how? Modders have added in DLSS 3.0 support, which Bethesda elected not to do for some reason. At least according to AMD. Despite Starfield being an AMD-sponsored game, Bethesda did have the option to add DLSS and simply chose not to, which I think makes their response over all of these PC issues just a bit worse. There were tools and options out there to help improve performance for a good chunk of PC players, but for one reason or another, Bethesda decided to not do that. And then to have Todd Howard basically going on an interview and saying, we'll just buy better hardware, that feels bad. It definitely feels like Bethesda was targeting 30 FPS with Starfield on both PC and consoles, and that's why we're seeing the performance we are. But this interview did continue on. We hear how Starfield is the most played next-gen exclusive game on Xbox right now, and it hit that milestone during its early access period. As well as another great question is, Todd Howard is asked, why are there no vehicles on planets in Starfield?
It's a great question, actually. It's something we consider. You know, we're going to do outer space, we're going to do planets. Once you do vehicles, it does change the gameplay. So by focusing, once you land in your ship, that you're on foot, it lets us really, for the players, make it an experience where we know how fast they're seeing things. In one sense, you do have a vehicle, which is obviously you have your spaceship, you can go around in space, but then on the surface, you do have a jetpack, which you can upgrade, which is super fun, new experience for us. And obviously, planets have different levels of gravity, which make that unique for many planets.
And I'm a bit interested in this answer. Did we get a clue as to the DLCs for Starfield, or was Todd Howard just speaking in a weird way? During the response, Todd Howard talks in the current sense. Vehicles are something we consider, and he mentions how they are going to do outer space and planets. Are these upcoming features or vehicles being considered for a potential DLC, or is it just some interesting phrasing? I know at least for me, if you were able to fly your spaceship around on a planet, just like you could in No Man's Sky with a seamless transition, I would be enjoying the game a bit more. It's not like the difference between it being Game of the Year or not, but it definitely would up my enjoyment a bit and definitely make my spaceship feel a bit more relevant overall. But over the past few days, we have seen a few other interviews with Todd Howard go up as well. With the BBC, we hear Todd Howard speak highly of Starfield exclusivity, saying, you know, this is the hardware or the thing people are playing on, so the ability to focus on that always yields a better product. You do want people to be able to access it, of course, but being with Xbox means there is an ease of access for us. And I'm told we're expecting more people playing this launch than anything we've ever done before, and that's despite the success of our previous games. I also think people attach brands to certain games. When you think of Zelda, you think of the Switch. And I think there are times when that can be a real benefit. And although I totally understand the sentiment there, I feel like if Bethesda games were associated with a platform, it definitely wouldn't be Xbox. Bethesda games are best on PC due to the modding scene and the absolutely insane level of mods we can see. Here's where we're at with Skyrim modding right now. Hey Herika, how's your day going?
Well, it's been quite eventful, as usual. Dealing with dragons, exploring ancient ruins, you know, the usual adventurer stuff. How about you? Any exciting tales to share?
I just killed a frost giant. That was pretty fun.
Well, that sounds impressive. Killing a frost giant must have been quite the challenge.
A decade from now, as we're still playing Starfield, you have to imagine there'll be some pretty insane mods available. But some of the best ones, of course, are only on PC. We also got a recent Esquire profile on Todd Howard with a few interesting quotes.
Oh, my apple juice. No, I just made it. Apple juice. Yeah, yeah. Let me have your headphones. We'll switch. Your headphones. Let me have them. We'll switch. Let me have your headphones. Because they're newer and better. Oh my god! Bad. Actually, give me a glass of chocolate milk. What's the date on that chocolate milk? You got 3 days left. You better start drinking it.
quotes, one day.
What?
So you want to get rich in Starfield. In this video, I'm going to show you how to become a millionaire in game. I'm going to be showing you a variety of different methods of generating credits. And the way this video is formatted is things will get increasingly profitable, but also increasingly illegitimate. We'll begin with some very legit and noble ways to make some money, and towards the end, we're just getting completely outlandish into exploits to make literal millions of credits if you want to.
Oh, yes. This one. Thank you, love. Yes. Oh, you got the right one. Good. Mind your business. Cookie.
There's one weird thing in NASA's mission schedule. The two newest probes will go to explore Venus in 2029 and 2031. And at the same time, the unique and very promising Trident mission to the most unexplored world in the solar system is listed as canceled. In 2038, it was supposed to shed light on the gloomy cosmic realm of Neptune. But now we'll have to wait for a similar flight right up to 2049. That's if NASA doesn't change its mind again. But why do scientists keep postponing the flight to Neptune?
I don't know.
Rapidly approaching and see that clearly across the equatorial Pacific here. Those warm blobs of orange just to the south of Hawaii is classic winter El Nino pattern. You have the warmer air over the top from Alaska down through the Canadian prairies and across the northern United States with the dry slot from the Ohio Valley down into the mid-south, where an active and extended jet stream will be amplifying the storm.
Space engine suggestions. I looked through a bunch here. I'll put it in editing. That is what the structure of the universe looks like, and the space engine does simulate that. It's kind of cool to see it. So you can see how many galaxies we're really flying through, and you can see all like the different branches and stuff that the galaxies use. So we're just flying. This is as fast as it'll let me fly. So it actually might take a minute to get all the way out here. So we're just gonna keep flying and see how long it takes. It's just so crazy to like fly through this and see all of those dots go by and just look all around, and these are all just galaxies that I'm flying through. This is why Space Engine is like one of the coolest simulate. Oh, is this it? We made it. Okay, here is the edge. It took a couple minutes, I would say. So you can see it starts to unload them as I get out here. But okay, so that is it. It just stops. It's like a wall. I wonder, is it spherical or is it like a cube?
Oh, like it's symmetrical.
Zoomed out. I wish I could go faster. This is literally the fastest you can go in the whole game. So this is what the edge of the universe looks like.
What? No, it's okay. On the weekend. I'll be down on the weekend, yeah. That would be gaming.
So I got invited to Sledge out, and then they end up getting shot at because.
Well, could be it for the stream. Till next time, I guess. I'm getting sleepy. Love the kiddos. And